One of the greatest testaments to being a capable lawyer is if you're defined as effective. And effective means somebody that can find a solution for the client at the least expense in a way that's consistent with the law and gets the client where they want to go. And being effective in your toolkit is not just knowing the case, it's not just writing the brief, it's not just doing the research. It's about how do I get to the end game. And part of the toolkit is what are the relationships I have as a lawyer, what are the relationships I can appropriate from my colleagues that I work with. And these gentlemen have a lot of relationships and a legacy of relationships that they're more than happy to allow you to appropriate. And I would also encourage you to look to each other to do that.
So getting out there, you know, in bar associations and the like is, you know, is important, and making those connections and being known as a good, solid lawyer and a stand-up person, a decent person, you know, who's not out to kill and crush the adversary, you know, unless they're responding in kind. But, you know, you're known as someone that is, you know, tough but fair and, you know, and smart. And, you know, hopefully the work will continue to come. Didn't we agree with that?
You know, something many of you have heard me say before, and I'll personalize it again, and that is, you know, the greatest freedom in practicing law as a career is in having client relationships. It isn't just about money, it's about your personal freedom to make choices as to where you practice law and your value to a law firm. And whether you have your own shingle up or whether you're with a law firm, you have to have client relationships. So if you really do want the freedom of making that choice and not being dependent on any law firm or any one lawyer in a law firm, it's incumbent upon you to develop those relationships so that you have the ability to say to any partner in any law firm or any law firm, I'm here because I choose to be here, not because I have to be here, not because I'm dependent on the law firm for my sustenance or my business, but because I have an independent reputation and one that attracts people. And the only way you get that is by getting good cases, doing real good job on those cases, letting clients see that you're a capable lawyer. They refer things to you, but the other piece to it is getting out there and knowing others and knowing other lawyers, because if you know other lawyers and you know other business people, that makes you more effective, and then your reputation is one of being effective. So they're all interconnected. So and I think one of the advantages I found in the contrast from a smaller firm to a larger environment is that at least you have the collegiality of a larger group, that you can have others develop specialties. You can assess whether or not you have the capacity to do something, or you should be looking to others to help. I know for myself, I always looked at cases, particularly early in my career, I'd ask myself, okay, well, this is what I think the law is, and 9 times out of 10, I'll be able to confirm that. But is there a solution to this problem where I can help this client affect a resolution, and how do I do that? And where's the starting point?
Okay. A good example, unfortunately, George isn't here today. I have a case. I get a phone call from George. He's on the other side. It's not a criminal indictment yet. There's a fraud problem. George calls me up and he says, what can we do with this case? How do I get rid of it? I say money. He says, how much? We have a number, and within one phone call, not 300 emails, not 62 letters, we resolve a matter with a solution, a simple solution. So yes, if you could find a simple solution, that's what you always do.
But is that
even until now?
Is that realistic? I mean, like, I'm sure people are sitting out there and saying to themselves, yeah, maybe that was a different time, you know, it was an old boy network, you know, you hung at the same bars, you saw each other at the courthouse. Is that really realistic today? And should I take that risk?
I think it's realistic. I always, one of the qualities I enjoy is being able to negotiate. And I think that a lot of times, if you see the problem and you can address the solution for your client quickly, you seize upon that, you call up the other lawyer to see whether or not there's any movement. And I found, notwithstanding the type of case, if you understood the issue, a lot of times you could resolve it in a phone call or two.